It is a pleasure to be here today in such esteemed company. My presentation is about my research into the ways in which deaf and hard of hearing students participate and interact in a regular primary school classroom. My research identified a range of strategies to facilitate participation. In addition, I identified issues that limit the participation of those students. As we are all aware, the number of deaf and hard of hearing students who receive their education in regular classrooms with hearing students has rapidly increased over the past 15 years. According to the Gallaudet Research Institute, the percentage of deaf and hard of hearing students in regular schools has increased from 46% in 1977-1978 to 91% in 2002-2003. Some researchers predict that this percentage will continue to increase due to the use of early identification and intervention techniques, such as cochlear implants. Others attribute the increase to three factors: financial pressures, parental expectations, and technological advances. Although there has been a significant increase in the placement of deaf and hard of hearing students in regular classrooms, numerous studies have shown that those students experience difficulties interacting with their teachers and their hearing peers. Some studies have indicated that deaf and hard of hearing students in these settings experience loneliness and social isolation, which in turn has a negative influence on their communication skill development and their academic achievement. My study was conducted in an inclusive education setting which employed 7 teachers of deaf students, 14 full-time general teachers, and 3 full-time sign language interpreters. There were 20 deaf or hard of hearing students from years 1 to 6. I conducted the research using observation and interviews. The data collected from interviews with the teachers and interpreters revealed that there were some barriers to participation. Some general teachers did not have sufficient knowledge of deafness and the characteristics of deaf and hard of hearing learners. And some teachers also reported that they lacked the skills needed to appropriately structure activities to facilitate the participation and interaction of these students. All participants in the study agreed that spoken language difficulty is a significant challenge, and many participants suggested that sign language classes be provided for hearing staff and students to improve communication with the deaf and hard of hearing students.